You're listening to the Go Lightly Martial Hour on freedomtalkradio.net. freedomtalkradio.net.
Okay, hello, we are here, and it's actually live. You won't know that though until you listen to this after we've recorded. And it is Sunday, the 16th of November 2014, at the home of the Christ. Yeah, say hello back, because
hello, babe.
Oh, very funny.
Remember that laugh in where it say good night, Dick?
Oh, good night, Dick. Yes, yeah, Goldie Hawn and all the rest of it. Yes. All right. Well, things are getting a little bit interesting lately. First of all, the good news about Gina, who is very happy in her log cabin with her good friend Wayne, who is like a father to her, and she a daughter to him. So that has all worked out. We can, all rest in peace over Gina, who is continuing some battles. I was laughing this morning. She no sooner gets into her place and then she is going after the former landlord who has done her wrong. And apparently, I was reading with interest.
Fraud.
Pardon?
It is fraud.
Yes, no, but not only that. He was cited going into another man's house who came online and commented on Gina's post. They were kind of catching up in their comments. And this man has a witness that saw this landlord go into this man's place illegally with another person, and his dog that he called Gemini was kicked so badly in the ribs that he had to put the dog down.
Really?
This was after this landlord was seen going in without any right into his place.
Well, this is the guy that's connected to the mafia, isn't it?
No. This is the original landlord who fraudulently put her in the house that he knew was going to be taken. Anyway, this is what she's been going after. She's been doing a great job. We had a good conversation last night. She is very involved in the community. And the time bank, which is what it's all about, currency, is a matter of convenience. What is valuable is everybody's time. Goods and services, etc. It all takes time. That's what labour is all about, your time. And that is where the value of any nation is. It's got nothing to do with the resources of a nation. A nation doesn't have to have anything in the ground, or it can leave it all in there. If it doesn't have people,
It's worthless.
It's worthless.
If you can't dig it out, it's worthless.
If you can't dig it out, that's right. And think of it this way. If I've got all the money in the world and I have to get to the airport to catch a plane on time and I can pay $1,000 for a 10-minute trip, if there's nobody around to get me there, then my $1,000 for the 10 minutes is worthless. Absolutely nothing. So it's all to do with your time and labour, and that's what has been exploited in all of these millennia. Also, something else I just wanted to... We have good news in Ashley's life as well. She's moved into a new place and has somebody that she is able to talk to about us, and he has been listening. And so, and another this morning through the Facebook who friended somebody who's being sent our way by Kashmir. Kashmir has a job that he loves, so he's happy. And things are changing for those who are believers, and have a good heart. That's what it all boils down to. For those of you who might be listening for the first time, the Christ is on the earth. It's all about him. That's why he is ignored by mainstream media, certainly, and also alternative media. Why? Well, Judaism is the filthy little religion that for 2,500 years, it's the Mystery Babylon. Their holy book is the Talmud. And Yah's next PowerPoint is all about the secrecy of it, the filth of it, and Freemasonry, its front. For anybody who's a Freemason, you are of the devil. That's it in a nutshell. There's no easy way to put it. I don't care what you think your heart is all about and all the rest of it. You are caught in a trap, and unless you repent and forsake it and renounce it totally,
come out of the grey whore.
Then you have no hope. Your soul is condemned. You will go the way of the Jews who are behind it all. Now, is it just the Jews who call themselves Jews and are not? I mean, everybody says that this is the Zionists and the Satanists that run the show. It's Jews, period. Why? Because Jews rejected their, and have done, from the cross. They have rejected the only salvation for their soul. They all live in a very temporal world. That is why their world revolves around getting what they can get from you, that they say the Gentiles and the Goy, the animal with two hands, who have been put on the earth by their God, which is Lucifer, to serve them. Well, it's all back to front, of course. They are, in fact, the beasts. They are the seed of Cain. They have hijacked all of the holy books, infiltrated, influenced. Until today, you've got the Christian Western world preaching Judeo-Christianity, and they all reject the returned Christ anyway, too arrogant, filled with themselves, and they can quote chapter and verse by the book that has become their trap. What has been removed is the knowledge of the reincarnation of the soul as Jesus. That's what the conversation with Nicodemus was all about. Only the script everybody is reading has been edited and manipulated and information left out. So the Christ is back. And then the world of the deluded Christians who are worshipping the image of the beast, which is the airy-fairy pansy bullshit Jesus, I call it, who's golden-haired and long flowing locks and the short beard, etc., etc., etc. They are images. One of them is the son of Alexander IV, a pope whose name is Caesar Borgia. He's the dark-headed dude that everybody falls in love with, and the other blonde-headed dude is not Jesus, the real meal deal at all. It was actually the homosexual lover of a medieval painter, apparently. So anyway, everybody's worshipping the image of the beast, so that when the real meal deal is standing or sitting in front of an audience via the YouTube, cyberspace is the like lightning flashing from east to west under heaven. That's how images and knowledge...
We should clarify, I don't really like the real meal deal. Bloody hamburger, right?
Well, let's see.
So let's not go there.
What about the JCDC and the DVD?
Anyway, the Christ is back. That's the bottom line. He's the Father this time, and it's all about the judgment. So we've got the ones that are going to be evicted, giving it the final best shot. Wars and rumours of wars, etc., 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 all while ignoring the fact that the Christ has been announced, recognised by Pope Benedict, who is of the 8 kings, the 8th of the 7, Revelation 17:11, the fulfilment of it. And why he retired, although he didn't know it at the time, it was to begin his infamous communications with the Christ through live email, all of which is recorded at the Christ is Back script site. So, Yah's got the camera now on a PowerPoint he's been working on.
Part of it.
All right.
What it's all about is just run on the internet. I advise people to go and do it yourself. Just put in Solomon's Demons images. There's hundreds of them. But there was 72 demons all up. They've all named on the internet. And there is the Book of Solomon and all that kind of thing that you can get into. But you will be stunned by this is what the Jews and Freemasons are into.
Mm.
We watched a movie last night on Sherlock Holmes, the latest one, or the 2000.
Oh, it was 2009, yeah.
2009.
Mm.
It wasn't a bad movie, really.
Yeah, it was
all right. Show what
Oh.
goes on in high places.
Yes.
All the rituals and the murders
Mm.
and how they wanted to take over this is in the late 1800s.
Mm.
And, well, the reality is they've been doing that for a long time.
Mm.
That they have never failed, they've just been exposed.
Mm.
So we go to the first one with the five-legged thing,
Okay.
clove hoofs and all that.
Oh, is that slide number? Oh, yeah, 38. And you say it is difficult for a pure soul to comprehend how these horrid demons were conjured out of a psychopathic ancient mind. And then the next slide. Are you on the next slide, or do you want to talk?
An ancient drawing showing Solomon summoning demons.
Now this is who Elizabeth II.
She's descended from him.
Yes, they take great pride in alerting the world her descent from Solomon. He was. There was nothing righteous about Solomon.
They're all demons. The whole
Yeah.
place, all the Freemasonry in the Church of England and so forth. It's all demons.
Mm.
Even the Archbishop of Canterbury is a Jew.
Yes. Who lately he's been proclaiming to the press that he's not sure that God exists anymore.
There you go. That's a good man for the head of a church.
Yes. Now he of course has all the information about the Christ returned, and another one who refuses to say anything, and then starts denying that God exists. Well, that's all part of their plan to keep the sleeping masses from waking up that Christ is back on the earth and the only hope of salvation for the flesh body of the population on the planet.
Right, next slide.
Okay, so this is on the US $1.
Yeah. On the dollar itself, it's also the Bohemian Grove, where all dignitaries from around the world, even Elizabeth has been to it in California, which is slightly north of San Francisco, a good place to be from, isn't it? The homosexual capital of America. And you'll see this, Al, if you look at your dollar bill, it is there in the top right-hand corner, it's in plain sight.
The next one. Freemason trowel in the hand of a raven representing Lucifer. This brings us back to the raven from the Ark of Noah.
Yeah.
Now, what was the story there that we were told by?
Well, the raven was released from the Ark by Noah near Sri Lanka, Colombo in the old days. And because it could fly up to 15 to 20,000 feet, it had a very long telescopic vision, so if there's anything on the other side of the horizon, it would see it. Because it came back, it didn't see nothing. So later it was released again, and this time it didn't come back. So obviously it found land. So where it would have apparently landed was Adam's Peak, which is the mountain on Sri Lanka that is the height in feet of the area of the Shroud of Turin.
Yes.
7353 feet.
Now Raj,
so that would have stuck up out of the waters.
The Raj, the Hindi holy man, told us that the legend goes that Sri Lanka, because the raven landed there in Sri Lanka, that people were never to occupy Sri Lanka, to live there, because that is the domain of Satan.
So the demon got into the people, and the people left and spread worldwide. That's their story, right? It's older than, of course, the Bible.
Anything yes. Oh, now these next things you will see similar images in Harry Potter books and movies. I mean, these are difficult to describe. Human bodies with the face of an owl and wings, holding a sword, riding what looks like a wolf, and whatever that thing is beside it.
Well, this has got to come out of someone's mind to draw this up. Right? These are ancient. These aren't just been done in the last that thing. This is what the Jews use. Freemasonry is Jewish.
That's a very loud knock at the
Delivery.
door. What's Sunday? It can't be a delivery. Let's see what that's all about.
It's always something, you know.
Oh, and today's Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't get any peace. All right, now this one is Freemason as above, so below. You got that one up?
Yes, I'm looking at that now.
Now, if you was to see the original drawing, this is not quite getting it, but it's a very demonised face on the underneath.
And this is what Donnie said to you on the show
That's right, he did.
the other day, as in a joke, huh? As above, so below. Hey, Brian. What an idiot. All right, what's this one? This is the 72 spirits
Yeah.
of Solomon the king. Now, of course, these demons helped him build the temple. That's why it was
That's what it's
destroyed.
all about.
Yeah.
And that's why it was destroyed by Nebuchadnezzar. So,
Now, the temple that they're thinking they're going to rebuild in this time now, that is apparently on railway, isn't it supposed to be in parts?
That's right. Many years ago, I was in South Africa. There's an area near, I think it's East London, that has the purest sandstone.
Right.
And at that time, the Jews owned it because they call it Johannesburg, right?
Yes.
And I knew a lot of Jews in Johannesburg. And they've already got the temple already cut and on, ready to be shipped out to
So this is the
East
rebuild.
London, then to go on a boat and on to trains.
Right. So this is the rebuilding of Solomon's temples by the same demons.
Yeah.
This time in walking around in two legs.
It's already done
With
back in
beards and-
1964.
Yeah. All right. Now, what's this about? On the right, it says Gideon Bohak holds a Babylonian earthware demon bowl fashioned in the 6th or 7th century AD in Seleucia and Tigris, now part of Iraq. The drawing on the bowl appears to depict a room with demon bowls at the four corners. Demon bowls might be inscribed with curses or placed at the four corners of rooms to trap any hexes against the inhabitants or slithering devials attempting entry.
So we're talking 7th century AD.
Yeah.
This is about when the Khazars kicked off.
Yes.
And it was from Babylon that these demons, effigies, etc. were taken to the Khazars by the rabbis.
Right.
Now the next one is Revelation 4:7. It's a depiction of the calf, the eagle's wings, the lion and the face of the man. And there's another one after this which you can go down to, very similar. And I've got it highlighted in red. They've got the lion. If you go from left, top, and then go left, you've got the lion. Sorry, let's do it the other way around. You've got a lion, a calf, a face of a man, and an eagle. So you've got the lion at the bottom.
Yes.
Then you've got the calf.
Yeah.
Then you've got the face of the man, and then the eagle on the right.
Right, and that face of the man is the Egyptian.
Well, it's the Sphinx.
Sphinx, yes.
So it all goes back to the Egyptian Moses bullshit.
Mm.
We got another one here, which is King Solomon. This is Belial. Hard to read the writing here without being on here. But you see that he's been summoned. This is one of the chief demons.
Mm.
So they use this symbolism and the Amanita Muscaria and all that kind of thing to summon them up in their mind. Now, because man is made in God's image, you get enough people together, you can manifest these things.
Mm. Which is what that's the point, controlling the quantum through media, mass media, television, radio, internet as much as they can, disinformation.
When you want a war to start, you go and blame all the people that you want to make war against for doing atrocities, beheading and all that kind of stuff. People get annoyed. Next thing they go raging off into war.
Mm.
And vaccinated before they go, of course, which is going to kill them.
Mm. All right, so what is this thing? How many heads? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, well, there you go, man.
11. Looks like. This.
Can you imagine actually drawing it?
No, I can't. Not at all.
And he's got a Bible in his left hand.
Yeah.
Now, to the right, you've got the sign of the two serpents twisting around each other, which is the sign for doctors. That's why in 1492, the Prince of Spain advised his Jews in a letter.
Well, it was the Grand Satrap.
Grand Satrap.
Yeah.
The prince, didn't they?
No, actually he was in Constantinople. They wrote to him because they were being persecuted in Spain.
And he wrote back saying this is what you've got to do to become lawyers,
raise up your sons to become the doctors, lawyers, apothecaries, so all to kill.
That's why today you got 60 vaccinations for children in the United States before the age of 2. Now, if you don't have your child vaccinated, you lose your welfare. So they create a situation where you've got no work.
Yeah. You're
on welfare, and if you don't have your children vaccinated, and it's said that the children won't survive their parents.
Yes. Children born from 2000 onwards will not survive their parents.
We got the next one. So this is a rather large book, Solomon's Book of Demons. And it's got every atrocious thing in it. There's hooks down there for tearing open the stomach and knife stabbing and every horrid thing. If you go to look at the English history, it's still on the books, drawn and quartering, still on the books. They stretch you, right? Then they cut your stomach open, pull all your intestines out, then they castrate you, and finally they chop you up into 4 bits, cut your arms off and your legs off, and then put them over different parts of the country. Oh, they also cut your tongue out, get that.
Yes, and the next one is Alistair Crowley, the grandfather of George Bush Jr.
So that's how dumb you Americans are. You've allowed these demons to, and why is it no one talks about it? They must control everything to stop this information getting out in an election. And there's also skull and bonesman. Well, skull and bonesman is all this and above. Right? So there's the tetragrammaton. Again, it's laid out on the pentagram. So what do you got in America? We've got the Pentagon, which is just across the Potomac, I think, from Washington. And Washington is laid out on the pentagram.
Yep.
Like, you Americans, what is wrong with you people? Why aren't you rioting in the streets? It's beyond me. You've got an army there, why don't you turn on them and just take them out? That's what an army's for. You outnumber them 10,000 to 1. What is wrong with you people? So here's a book of art of looks like Tria or Tia, 72 Demons of Solomon's.
Yeah, Goetia. Art Goetia, 72 Demons.
So then you got the next one. This is the type of thing that made its way into the Catholic Church in Dante's Inferno. I mean, that was a lunatic who wrote that, but this is what this devil type of thing. And some of the Dante Inferno, you can look that up on the internet, the drawings of that. Extraordinary evil. Extraordinary. Imagine they exposed that for a 3-year-old to play with.
Now, what was this next one? Slide 56.
No, sacrifice are always blue-eyed children in America and Europe. That's the front cover of the book. Devils and Realists. See the demonic symbols above the wording?
Yeah.
Well, you go to the next one and see what we're talking about.
Yeah. Notice the sacrifice of blue-eyed Shemite.
Yeah.
And then the next one is the doctor's sign has 2 serpents coiled. It is from 14.
I got it from the Prince of Spain, but you're right, it's Constantinople.
Decaled, all Jews must strive to be doctors, lawyers, etc.
So when we do the full PowerPoint, we'll correct that. Wonderful.
Yes, and then Harry Potter for the kiddies. I mean, I was called all kinds of things when my 4 children. I wouldn't even let them watch the Care Bears, Power Rangers or anything like that, the cartoon. But this is, so then years later, of course, along comes Harry Potter and every child on the planet.
Well, that was promoted not because it was good, because it was demonic.
Yes, exactly.
So you got the older male behind the little girl, little child reading Harry Potter.
Now, in the next slide where you go into print, you say your only alternative is that these demons cannot kill. Your only alternative these demons cannot kill is God. Remember, they were lulled into killing me in 33 AD. Unaware, this released my blood onto the earth like Abel's blood cried out to God. In my case, my soul was in my blood. So let us look at a world of truth that no man can prevent, the key of the house of David. And reading Isaiah 22:22, quoting, "And the key of the house of David will I lay upon his shoulder, so he shall open, and none shall shut, and he shall shut, and none shall open." All things exposed, no lies, nothing hidden. And then to quote Hitler, on putting the probing knife carefully to that kind of abscess, one immediately discovered, like a maggot in a putrescent body, a little Jew who was often blinded by the sudden light. Hitler was a saint, and he was a total wake-up to the enemy of God and all mankind, being the Jews.
Well, we mentioned before,
Judaism.
This is all part of the PowerPoint that I continue from here. We don't have to go any further, but
Right.
Tahiti, it's called Mount Aurelina. It's 7,353 feet, same number as the area of Australia Turin. But I've got the drawing here. So the length is the 16th longest rivers in Sri Lanka is 88.8 miles. Now Adam's Peak, which is shown here, is 7,353 feet high, the same as Mount Aureliana on Tahiti, and is the same number as my weight on all planets from the Sun to Saturn, 7,353 pounds. So 7,353 square inches is the shroud. To the South Pole, the number for Christ is the 1611 KJV 555 times in 522 verses, and it's 5550 nautical miles. So we've got the number here, 4478 Greek, which is the distance to the my home in Nell Street, which was on a latitude that is 31680 kilometres around the Earth, which is Lord Jesus Christ, and the distance to the South Pole, which is not shown here, is 5813 kilometres, which is the height of the finished pyramid. Now, point being, the length from that mountain, Adam's Peak, to that location is 4478.9 nautical miles. 4478 Greek is Rachel, which is, in Hebrew, 7353, and is the height of the, what I'm saying here is Fry Padu on Adam's Peak, the same as the highest on Tahiti and so forth, and Sri Lanka. So I'm just putting it out how it all points to me in a miraculous way. See, that drawing right there is enough. Like any space alien which don't exist came past, they'd say, these people are all right, so stupid. They got God in the flesh, and yet they still go on with this relentless bullshit. Right? Now, anyone reading this should be up in arms and make it 1,000 copies and put them in every bloody letterbox and then go and look at this. Right? This man, even the Pope, who has been imprisoned, says that this is Salvador Mundi, the saviour of the earth. So that's what we're dealing with. This, and the next slide, is my weight. It's got the Sun 6,171 pounds, the Moon 38 pounds, Mercury 85 pounds, Venus 201 pounds, Mars 85 pounds, Jupiter 565 pounds, Saturn 208 pounds, Uranus 176, Neptune 265, Pluto 12, Ceres the Moon 12, and Phobos the Moon 3 ounces. Now the point is you add up the planets out to Saturn. So we've got there on the left hand side out to Saturn 7,353 pounds. We add up the 85, 201, 85, 265, 208, that's 1144, is my date of birth. And then you've got 7353, subtract the 6666 Lords, that's 687, that's the rotational period of Mars. Then you've got 85, 201 added together, gives you the 206, which is a Lamb. And then we have the 4 and the 1144, which is back to being the my date of birth.
Oh, okay, so all of that in ounces, you've got a total here of ounces, 128,611 ounces.
Yeah.
So 7,353 pounds is 128,611 ounces, and 1286 equals covenant.
Right.
We've been...
I drew this bitmap in 1992.
Yes. We've been marvelling. I've uploaded a lot on the Facebook. I'll continue to upload more. These
now, what you have done is the next slide, you go down to where this is the front page of the newspaper in Parksville on Vancouver Island, Canada. And a lady there, Joan, I think her name was, she wanted to interview me after I'd been on trial and in Port Alberni. Now, my wife had accused me of threatening to kill her, which I did do. I did say, I'll kill you, because I'm God, you're going to be finished. So she, of course, she knew I was getting a lot of money, so she thought, from the Workers' Compensation Board. And I had said to her, well, this cheque is so large, you've got to get 2 accountants to write it out. Like, how dumb is that? Right? So she wanted it. And she thought if she could get me committed, that she would then be the
recipient, yes,
and therefore control
the
money's coming from the Workers' Compensation Board. But the Workers' Compensation Board already had a figure. They're above the Supreme Court, so I mean, what the Supreme Court says makes no difference. You cannot alter the payout to any disabled or injured or whatever person that is on the Workers' Compensation Board list. And she tried everything to get it, which was just exposing what she basically wanted. And then we go to next, and this is all about what was in the newspaper.
Yes,
and you've typed that out, and we've done the numbers for it yesterday.
Yes, yeah. I'll upload a document. We'll put it on the Scrib site as a PDF.
It says here, just on the next one, Qualicum Beach resident Brian Marshall took advantage of the view on Thursday. This 52-year-old Australian has traced his ancestry back 1,500 years and is convinced he is the right man for the royal job. So,
now, what is interesting in this interview is that, first of all, you talk about your IQ at school and you left when you were 14. But as far as being royal, and if he becomes king, he would create a constitutional monarchy based on righteousness. And you continue, I would allow religions to continue as long as they do well by each other. The thrust is inheritance, the right of all people for a decent education, housing and employment, he said. He also has another cause, one buried deep in his ancestry, and that is to bring down the Freemasons,
right.
Which is what this PowerPoint is.
So if you bring down the Freemasons, you bring down all the churches. So see the double meaning I put there.
Yes, and the double meaning in one buried deep in your ancestry, that would be the Jesus on the cross.
That's right.
And the taking over the temple.
So this is back in time, so I was dealing with very, very occult forces. I'm the man that actually rang the Mossad in Ottawa and threatened them. So what they do, they come out and they try to kill me. Now how these all work, because it's all controlled by the Jews, if they want to spy on you, they get the CIA to do it, because America spies on Canadians and Canadians spies on Americans. Because they're the countries you're not supposed to spy on your own people. They get someone else to do it. Now I'd gone to Dr. Charles Helen, who was the head of the Alberta Mental Health, and came to Port Alberta in British Columbia to sit back and relax, retire, and just be head of this small town, right? And he was a very nice guy, and we've become great friends. And I never told him I thought I was Christ or anything like that. I just gave him all the numbers and what it all pointed to. But in court, the letter reads, "This man believes he is Christ and there was no cure for it." I thought, you bastard. I was released and placed on a restraint order not to contact, that should be Pauline. Her maiden name was Lucas, so we go to the next slide. I obtained a number in several ways, but I won't tell you how at the moment. I rang her. Now I'm breaking the restraint order. She was stunned as to how I had her number. I said a miracle. Angels told me. That's what I said. Your phone number 5513 is in the Bible. It describes you including your name, nature and your name. So her maiden name is Lucas. Now interested in her ego as it clicked in, how? Tell me. It's in Revelation. It is your name, Lucas, and personality warm. So, she hangs up the phone. She goes to a Bible. She reads it, Revelation 3:16. I told her to look it up. So then because thou art lukewarm and neither hot nor cold, I will spew thee out of my mouth. I was arrested shortly thereafter. Same thing. So I leave it there.
No, because the interview with the newspaper was March the 2nd, 1995.
Yes, the sunrise, the sunset for 666 minutes.
So the 40 days in the forensic, when was that period?
That was in early 1996.
So
late 1995.
Okay, so the
94 arrest, good behaviour bond. I kept breaking it. Finally, I'm sent away to the Forensic Institute in Port Coquitlam, and the date I arrived, I think, was the 17th of June.
That's right. Yes.
1995, which is the date of my birth in
as Jesus. Yeah.
Vietnam.
Now, of course, the 40 days is like the 40 days in the wilderness. So that you read in the Bible.
It gained more blood out of me than a vampire, I tell you.
And you were in Wilkie prison for the first bit, weren't you?
Week.
Yeah.
I took over that place. This is where all the hard thugs are, right? Tattooed mongrels and huge monsters working out all their lives, right? And I'm walking along whistling as we're going into the canteen.
Yes.
And the guard says, "Hey, don't whistle." What are you talking about? I whistle. What do you want to do? I said, no, don't whistle. They said, when they used to hang people here, all the guards used to whistle so the inmates hated it. And I said, well, I don't care. I'm going to whistle.
Yeah.
I'm whistling a happy tune, and all these thugs are looking at me, right? Now, I was pretty big and fit, and also got a very, very strong personality. Like someone steps in my face, I'll knock you out.
Totally.
You know, that,
the power of God
so
takes on a whole new meaning.
Canteen, and we're all lined up. We've got our bloody red tracksuits on and our white runners, and going up, and I get my food. And I turn around, there's a seat, and there's 4 thugs sitting there.
Yeah.
And I go and sit down. You can't sit here. So I tell them, well, you get fucked, right? I said, I'm sitting here from now on. She said, oh, that's so-and-so, the toughest guy in the prison, right?
Right.
He's like a 3 times loser, right? Murderer. So he shows up, yeah, you're in my seat. I said, fuck off, right? And he did. Right? This is a great big thug, he's like a Arnold Schwarzenegger lookalike, right?
Yes.
And he walks a couple of tattoos in. I said, fuck off, right? So he goes down the end and he sits down where all the newcomers are sitting, right?
Yes.
So these guys are sort of looking at me and looking at each other and so forth. Then they got sort of accepting me.
Right.
And they started talking about what was going on and why this guy was in there.
Yes.
And apparently what had happened, some thug had got into him with a baseball bat.
Right.
And worked him over big time, and he ended up in intensive care and ended up in jail because of his part in this plot or whatever it was. And I said, well, what did you do about it? They said, nothing. I said, what do you mean, nothing? Right? He said, why don't you go to the police? What? They all say, you can hear it, because everyone in the place is listening, right? Hundreds of guys are all listening in a big circle.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. I said, your enemy is your friend. I said, now listen all you assholes. I said, you're all in here because you're mongrels. You've done every conceivable foul deed, drug dealers, child molesters, bloody murderers, you name it, you've done it.
Yes.
Right? And you don't want the police.
Right.
I said, admittedly, there's bad police, right? And a lot of you are in here because they set you up.
Yeah.
No problem. But you did deserve it.
Uh-huh.
So you got what you deserved, right? You'd do the same thing if you were them.
Yeah.
Let's face it. I said, you're in here because you're all thugs and murderers and mongrels. Right?
Yeah.
I'm in here because I ain't.
Right.
There's a big difference here.
Yes.
Right? So, silence fell over the canteen. They're all looking at me. Right? I said, you guys think about it. I said, now you got little girls, some of you got little girls out there. One of you thugs, when you get out, might just happen to rape that kid.
Yes.
And what would you do about it? Nothing? Well, wouldn't the police take that guy out, maybe take him around the back of the woods and shoot him?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I said, I would. This is how I'm talking to him, right?
Right.
I said, so mark my words.
Mm.
Well, the silence fell. From then on, I'll be into the canteen. It was like the Red Sea part.
This Red Sea part. What was the Red Sea?
The guards are just shaking their heads. And then the guards took me to see the warden.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's talking to me.
Right.
Right? And I told him who I was. I said, look, I'm Christ. I said, I'm the most royal man here. I said, everyone's against me. I said, but don't you worry about these folks trying to have a go at me.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, I thought of me.
Yeah.
He's just shaking his head. Good luck, he says. big tough looking copper. And I go back into the grounds, and of course, they're all working out, and then they all stop and look at me as I walk past. But, one by one, they come to talk to me.
Of course. Yes.
Right? I told them what's going on, what the world's all about.
Right.
Right? I said, you're in here because of these arseholes that put you here, because of the injustice in the world.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Right? Most of you would have started out as nice little kids, and
Yes.
something's happened to you.
Yeah.
And you end up there for life or whatever it is.
Yes. Yeah.
Really no fault of your own.
Yeah.
Does?
So they know from experience they do not want you in a prison anywhere.
Yes.
Amongst the population.
Well, I was convinced. Well, when I went over to the forensic, there was people in there that had been there for months and years.
Yes.
I was curing them on the spot.
Yeah.
Tell them how to get out of there. I tell the dopey bastards what they want to know.
Yes.
Take your pills.
Yeah.
You've had a new Kundalini experience. Suddenly you agree. Yes, I am mentally ill. Now I see, madam. Of course, I'll take your pills. And 2 days later they release them. Because they're doing everything they're supposed to do.
Yes. Yeah.
One guy there, he was a funny fella. He was obsessed with religion. He had a love industry, a religion, and he'd given a great big yacht to the RCMP police, and he'd done this and done that, and he's in there because his girlfriend had been killed by the mafia. And he'd gone ape shit, walked into a shop and kicked the shit out of a Coke machine or something. The police called him, and they dragged him off.
Right.
Assessed him as being mentally ill. And I said, well, you're in here because you're mentally ill. Oh, I'm not. He said, no, I've got this, I've got this. I said, you haven't got any of that shit. So I said, no, we'll have a show of hands. Okay, you thugs here, put your hands up. Anyone heard about a mafia killing of a woman about 4 or 5 weeks ago? Nah. I said, see, it didn't happen. What does your mother say when you talk to her about it? Because his mother used to come see him. Didn't happen. Right?
Right.
So I'll tell you what we're going to do. So every time you say something stupid like that, I'm going to pull some air out your chest. And this guy's laying there, right? So I held him down by the throat. I got a handful of air, right? And he's laughing and carried on and screaming. And said, no, don't do that. He said, well, I'm telling you, you're deluded, right?
Yes.
Your girlfriend just thought you were a dickhead and want to get rid of you. That's what happened. She broke your heart. So go get another one. There's lots out there. Right?
Yes.
And he started looking at me. So true or not? He said, no. Some more come out, right? Well, he ended up with no hair in his chest, but I got him out of there a week later. So do what your mother tells you. Right? Start taking your pills. Admit that it's all a delusion.
That you're mentally ill.
Right? You didn't give a great big huge cruise. You haven't got thousands of dollars next to me in a prayer account. I said, you're all full of shit. If you want to talk to Jesus, you're looking at him. This is how it was going on. Right? And one of the things that the report goes back to the psychiatrist was, I'm too happy for my environment. So the psychiatrist asked me about it. No, one of the guards asked me about it. You're too happy for your environment. I said, what are you talking about? So I'm curing people. Right? I'm in it because they say, I said I was Christ, which I didn't. I did say I was the most royal person.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I said, but I'm curing people. I said, I've got a pension coming out of the Workers' Compensation Board. It doesn't cost me anything to live. All the food's great. Right? And all these lunatics here are very entertaining. Right? And I'm singing to them and making them laugh and carrying on.
Yes.
I never had such a good time.
Yeah.
Right? I was getting requests from the lunatics to sing certain songs of... one was the September song by Frank Sinatra, Come September or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And this guy, I just threatened him. He said, shut up, he said to me. I said, you told me to shut up. I said, I'm going to fucking have you. I walked over and said, say it one more time and I'll take your fucking lights out. Right? And I go back, I'm sitting on the bed again. He said, can you sing September by Frank Sinatra? I just threw the fucking lights out. Right? Oh dear, that was quite a good time.
Oh man.
Okay, back to you, Dave.
No. I'm going to check on our timing here. We're all right. Well, this is the Jesus that is real. This is the Word of God. You've been listening to Him, peoples. God is speaking to you through radio. You can catch Him on the YouTube. It really is all about Him. That's what the YouTube is. And when you see how many, the pathetic number of views that we have, just know that... well,
look, all these churches are all bullshit.
Oh, they are.
Naturally, they're going to reject me.
I had to laugh because...
What happened? I'm allergic to bullshit.
कुछ करना करवाना है तो रिश्वत तो देनी ही पड़ेगी। पैसे कहाँ तुम्हारे पिताजी की तनख्वाह से लेके आऊँगा?
If you do that, I can't help it but go into the, I wanted to say... Now,
they're beautiful people, as Indians.
Yes, they are. I call that music the light bulb music.
Huh? The
light bulb music. Because if you're at a wedding, as I have been, that music, they're all doing this. It's like changing light bulbs.
They're part of their sort of customers.
Yeah, it is. The way they dance. I was laughing as you were talking about the bullshit churches, and then you throw out there my PayPal account is whatever. Yeah. Now this is a joke, peoples. It's because the bullshit churches are raking in a lot of money. While we're in Fiji, Frank Bainimarama froze the accounts of the Methodist, the Presbyterian, the Catholic preachers and teachers, and there was an accumulated total of $20 million amongst all of them, as these poor people are selling refrigerators and furniture to donate for the building of another church. And there are so many churches in Fiji. But anyway, so we get a lovely message, personal message from Posse in the USA, who's been watching now for 7 years from the beginning. And he said that. He said, I've been watching your videos now for all this time. Just love you guys, blah, blah, blah. He says, what is your PayPal account? When I get some money, I'll send you some, you know. And anyway, so we wrote back and said, thank you, Posse. However, we don't want your money. We don't need it, nor do we want it.
Look, I wouldn't be too hasty there, right?
Well. Look, listen, if somebody's a millionaire, a billionaire, yeah, right.
If they're a billionaire, okay.
However, since rich men are not going to be entering the kingdom of God...
You must make yourself poor while you can.
Yeah. But no, all of you out there need to be looking after yourselves, caring for yourselves and family and anybody else that comes into your circle. But leaving things, all things bullshit, and going to some serious information that confirms what we've been doing, God in the flesh, healing the kidneys with sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda. Now, you know that we've been doing this now for some time and giving the information out there. I did post this article. It's from Dr. Circus, Marcus Circus is his name, who wrote the book. So sodium bicarbonate is not only an excellent agent for natural chemotherapy, bringing, as it does, higher oxygen levels through increased alkalinity to the cell. It is also one of the most basic medicines we have for kidney disease. So this article is about the restoration of kidney disease. People who are on dialysis can go off dialysis through bicarbonate of soda. So that is not bullshit, that is a fact. And I'll post the link. And that's it, our time is up. This has been a live broadcast. We'll go out with Ya singing again. What shall we have today? I can...
Well, we've got Gina.
Okay,
we'll play it this time.
Okay, we'll play Gina's song again. She loved it.
I don't know what it sounds like.
Yeah, she loved it. Well, we did. You did listen to it last night night.
It was crap.
Wait on, I've got to find it. It's might be from page 1. Must be.
I don't know why I don't put it on the
because it's on the deck.
I know that, but it ain't a big deal. You can put it on your desktop, and when you want to hear it, you leave the mic on.
What? No, it has to go on your desktop. It has to go on your desktop to play it from
Put it on mine.
Okay, all right. It's uploading. It'll be here in a minute, and we'll say goodbye. Goodbye.
No use leading with your chin. This is where the story ends.
It's taking a bit
Only lovers, never friends.
Is that a spin on words? Seems like it doesn't want to. It's taking its time uploading. So long, farewell. Sound of Music used to be my favourite movie of all time. I've seen it many, many times. However, I've come to the conclusion since that it's a propaganda film aimed at propaganda about Adolf Hitler and Germany and what a wonderful job he was doing. And so I haven't watched it since.
Was this thing going to play or not?
Doesn't look like it is. And we're out of time. So we'll go out with the plug.
The Go Lightly Martial Hour, freedomtalkradio.net.